Hey YouTube, there's some squirrels out there. I woke up this morning at 3 o'clock, and when I came out felt warm in the house, and I looked at the temperature, and the temperature this morning was 56 degrees at 3 o'clock. It's now 39 and it's dropping. My wife said it was steadily dropping. So crazy weather, isn't it? No snow at all now. It's fairly windy out. Like right now it doesn't look windy, but it blew the tarp off of my firewood, so I gotta go get that put on there this morning. I love living out in the country. You know, the worst thing about it is I don't know anything else, but I know I like this. Good morning, guys. I was putting that plastic on top of the backhoe there, and I just wanted to show you that a lot of the water, the snow that we had melt the other day has dried up pretty good. It's not perfectly dry. I mean, there's a lot of mud here yet, but at least it's a lot better than it was. Today would have been a good day also to work on the backhoe, although it's a lot colder. It's like 20 degrees colder than it was just this morning at 3 o'clock, which is crazy. But anyway, so I got to get Bullseye out. It's a little late in the morning. We were talking and reading, so now we're gonna go do some work. Wow, I just realized this as I was driving by to take the dog. It's 100 degrees in there almost. About 90, probably 96 or so. Unbelievable. Oh, that's good. I got a log in there that I'm going to cut probably tomorrow. And then, depending upon the weather and stuff, maybe I'll start to cut some of this up and stack it, but I got to see here once. Meanwhile, I got to take him out before he takes off. Boy, this wind and stuff is unbelievable. If you look there in the gutter, there's no water all the way down there. Yesterday it was filled with water here. Unbelievable how the temperatures and stuff during the night got rid of everything. I don't know, it's supposed to get colder now, but we'll have to wait and see. The other good thing is this road's not near as muddy as it was. I mean, it's muddy, don't get me wrong, but it was slop and soup yesterday. Well guys, it's Sunday and it's still 45 degrees. It's, I believe it's around 3:30 or so. Yeah. 80 degrees in the kiln. It's still pretty warm out, but it's supposed to get cold. Sally said something between 15 and 20 tonight, so that's going to be a heck of a drop. It must be going to get windy for it to do that. This is like a spring day. Unbelievable. All I have is one of my coats on. And a hat. Technically, we've got at least 3 months of winter. January, February, March. Let's see, February, March, and April. So we've got 3.5 months of winter left yet. Because it doesn't really start to thaw until May, usually. That's unusual, but hey, something different. I'm actually starting to enjoy this. The other day when I came up here after it snowed, I counted 13 places where grouse had come across the road one way or the other walking. Now I'm not saying there, there maybe one or two or even three weren't the same bird, but there were 13 different tracks going up this road. And the other neighbor was telling me that he saw 8 grouse the one day that he went out with one of his dogs. That's got to be way above what the state normal is for when you're out grouse hunting. Man, the snow's gone everywhere. I believe it's going to get pretty cold tonight because, I mean, it's about 45 right now. It's not that warm, but it's not as bad as it was. But for January, this is unbelievable. I mean, normally in January, we're down in the zeros. Or single digits at least. So it's pretty hard to believe how warm it is. No deer. Very nice. January, wow. I didn't mention this before, but I don't think the ground is frozen. I really don't. I mean, we haven't had cold enough temperatures to freeze the ground. Like maybe the top surface might have been frozen when it was down in the teens there for about a week. But I don't think it is. I don't think it was cold enough. Really unusual. If we get a lot of snow and stuff without the ground frozen, it's going to really damage the roads along the edge. Hopefully that won't happen, but I don't care what happens. It's not up to me. It's up to someone else. But I just am enjoying the winter so far. Although when that cold weather hits you, man, once you get over a certain age, I don't know, that cold weather really puts me down. I used to work out in it all the time. The coldest weather I worked in, and this was to actually do work. I was a kid working on a water line. We were tightening water line bolts on a fire hydrant, and it was 15 below zero. It was cold. You wanted to work then, so you had something to do to warm you up. My wife said something about seeing some kind of a plant that comes up early, and she saw one somewhere. I'm gonna have to take a look at it because they'll die if it gets real cold now. Well, it's 4 o'clock. I thought it was a little later than this, but what I wanted to say is that the puddles outside right now are starting to freeze, so it must be going below 32 already. Today's Sunday, like I said. So it's going to get colder. Just don't know how much.